All right, let's get this game started.
Yep.
All right, good. It's automatically on it.
Yippee-ki-yay. I think we're live.
Yeah.
The Division, Unreal Engine. G'day, you old mutton shoveler. Or was it mutton shunter?
Mutton shunter.
Yeah.
I was getting ready to go check out that that outpost for the sublight people or whatever they're called.
Yeah, cools.
I'm gonna stick with these two, I think.
Pretty.
Sam and Naoka.
Yeah.
wait here, Captain. I just assumed
Plasma
you'd be
cutter.
cold,
Hell of a
dark,
nice
dead.
sword.
Restricted access. Contents may have shifted in transit. Warranty is void on any and all detonated mines, regardless of oh, nice. We have mines.
Ooh. Oh my god. What a day. Hooray.
These doors are sealed.
Yep.
That looks interesting.
Yeah. Oh, well, be in there. God damn.
We ought to keep an eye on these autos. We poke around too much, they might wake up.
Power below 5%, turn on maintenance mode. Restore power supply to station to resume normal terminal operations. Sealed.
Oh, fucker. At least you can shoot through it. Awesome.
Yeah.
Ooze.
Or is not working.
Yeah, those little buggers. There they are.
Generator status active. Maintenance 2% output. Maintenance
Oh,
mode is
cool.
active. No functions available. toilet in barracks does not flush. Reported 1,243 days ago. That's gonna stink. Sensors indicate alpha vitae gas leaking from storage tanks. Ooh. And if the vitae gas is toxic to humans, yes. Priority set to non-critical management does not utilize alpha vitae gas tank storage room. New laboratory scent air freshener is running low.
Captain, I've been attempting to contact you with urgent news. However, communicational functionality was impaired due to the power outage.
Hey, over there.
A UDL vessel has been tracking our position and just recently docked with the station. They are patching into the station's transmission lines now. I cannot stop.
I've been waiting for this day since we tagged your ship in Cascadia, Captain. So glad we finally have this opportunity. My ship is docked with 1084. There's no escape.
Damn it, keep getting phone calls.
The refueling system at Cascadia's landing pad logged your ship ID. You've been poking your nose into restricted locations. This makes my superiors unhappy. I could peel your ship open like a can of forest. But I'm in a sporting mood. Sunlight? Ah, I hate it when you outlaws organize. The paperwork for killing you would be the death of me. Don't apologize. This is my problem, not yours. Squad, I'm ordering a recall. There's a misspelling on orders that ought to be corrected. On the double.
The UDL gunship is undocking from the station. They appear to be departing into space.
Damn. I ought to try talking more and fighting less. Seems like it saves on ammunition. I ain't gonna.
Hey, come on.
Go there. Go watch it. Good morning, here. No, there's a bird. Right there. Let's go. Let's go. Oh, so funny.
Oh, that's promising.
Fingers crossed.
Oh no, it's down. It's down. Gone. Oh, tornado. Where is upstairs? No more thunderstorm. That's what I did. No more thunderstorm. Where are you? Down. There's nothing here now. Down.
Process complete.
Dirt alert! Dirt alert! Yeah, putting trash in its rightful place for more than 70 years.
Whoa. Keep an eye on the floor.
Did I almost step on a bomb?
I ever meet the people responsible for this. I'm shooting first, never asking questions.
Do not be revived until a method for stable anything condition is found.
Questions.
Don't worry. That is covered. Oh no, oh no, do not be so close. Oh no, dinosaurs. Oh no, eat this corn. Oh, you need to stop. Oh no! No! Let's go! Okay, they're going away from me!
They're trying to make a human rapidon hybrid. Okay.
Oh no! Let's go now! Oh, there's the tornado! In there! Let's go and chase them! Yes, let's go! Let's go down! Let's go down! Going down? Another door! See? Oh, there's some. Let's go get from this. Down, one. Hey, now, what are you doing? Just sticking some stuff. Oh no, the window is broken. Why don't you turn her down? Where are you? Yes, he's gone now. Done the tornado. No, let's fight that. Runner. Yes, let's go. Wait, wait. Look at me. Not say like this, me. Like this, no, let's do that. Say like this myself. Oh, just look. Look at me. It's like this, my. Okay, go. Okay. Wait, no.
Back. Everything has to be done before the close of business today. Oh my god.
Look at my log. Quest log. What the fuck am I supposed to be doing here? Charging to hand over compare the station systems to sunlight. You can find a power source, get the power back on. I did that. Override terminal. Okay. So, what am I looking to do? There we go.
Suppose Sunlight will thank us for this. I hope that thanks comes in the form of cash.
Usually
Shark Trans
does.
is that scientist, right? From Cascadia?
Usually does come in the form of cash, Neil.
Yay.
Oh, Twitch doing its usual. Doing its usual disconnect, reconnect bullshit.
Yep. 3 times so far.
Yeah, I can
Or
see it on the
twice, I
chat.
mean.
I wish to offer my
Yeah.
commendations for convincing the UDL's gunship to leave HRS-1084. I did not favor the idea of being stripped and sold for parts.
You go get some heat happening.
We've arrived at the groundbreaker.
Return this quest in, then I can refill my water and coffee.
Oh, it sounds like a great idea, man. Coffee. With 2 fingers of rum in it. Oh.
Can you do anything except clean?
Sam's new diet soap capsules pack twice the cleaning power and half the calories. Order a 5,000 caps carton for this unit today.
I'll take that as a no.
Hey Google, set an alarm for 3 hours.
Rizzo's Purple Berry Punch. You want a punch? We got you.
Whoops, I forgot to mute. I'm sorry. It's that sort of day, man. I'm just I got your sleeping hangover, I think.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Enjoy.
Finally, a base of our own. Soon we'll have eyes on every corner of the system. Well done, Captain. I heard about that. While my lawyers scratch their heads wondering how we deal with human salvage, I'm leaving the researchers in hibernation. Aside from the automated security, did you meet any resistance at the station? I knew it. They've been shadowing us since Monarch, maybe even longer. I've been less than honest with you. Your assignments weren't strictly about the salvage business. You might have figured that out already. After the Monarch job, I started connecting the dots. I didn't like the picture. Then what we found at Station 1084 confirmed my fears. You and I have stumbled onto something big. Something none of us were meant to know. Glad to know it, Captain. Ask yourself why a skeleton crew was studying that Alta Vitae gas in secret. Ask yourself why stockpiles were hidden on a planet full of monsters. Before we go any further, I want you to keep an open mind. Can you do that for me, Captain? Aliens. I'm talking about aliens. They're the ones responsible for the deaths at 1084, and who knows what else. We have to put a stop to it.
The giant is stronger.
Okay.
Hear me out. I'm saying it's aliens. I'm not asking you to like it. I'm not even asking you to believe it. But I need to act on this threat to the colony, and I can't do it alone.
Hi, bro.
Right. I'm done. I'm officially tuning you out until such time as I hear the words payment and or shooting.
The crew is skeptical. That's good. I don't want you walking into the unknown with blindfolds
Ow,
on.
ow.
Stop this.
I assume you have questions?
Fuck you.
If we're gonna see this through, I'll need your trust and commitment. Now's the time for setting doubts aside. Dr. Chartrand is the crooked psychopath behind the gas experiments. She sold out her species, and I need you to put a bullet through her skull.
Oh, you're welcome, Twitch. Or
She's a research scientist and a damn good one. Before UDL poached her, she engineered a 0.2% increase in cystipig juiciness. Now she's doing the same thing with humanity. Her fingerprints were all over Station 1084. You saw what she did to her team. You've got me all wrong. I just want to add savior of humanity to my resume. I've got ambitions outside of this office, you know. Besides, this way Sublight gets first dibs on alien salvage. Do you usually come across innocent people trapped in suspension tanks? Because some of us would call that excessive. Remember, the tanks were just the shit she left behind. Just imagine the experiments she carted off to her next lab. We're far beyond theories. Chartrand's logs, the gas, the suspension tanks. How much proof do you need? Wake up, Captain. An invasion needs collaborators working from the shadows. She has access to the board, unlimited funds, and a colony full of sheep. This keycard will get you through the front door of her Byzantium estate. Don't ask how I got it. You might not like the answer. By now, the other side knows what you're doing. Don't trust anything Chartrand says. She's compromised down to the
quit
bone.
yelling, Captain. I'm
Maybe even
back.
deeper
Go
than
over there.
that.
Even with fucking crisp on, that shit's loud as hell.
He's right, no game, I bet.
Vacuum pack full.
I know how he feels. Sorry, man.
Fishing filter now.
He's playing his game. I'm mad. What are you doing? It's there. Quit pulling it back out.
Man, I got this old 80s techno pop song going around in my head, and I am so over it. I woke up with it playing, and it's been doing it all day.
Oh, the rain started.
Ooh, what do we got here? Amplifier. Ooh-hoo-hoo.
Discrepancy amplifier. They use that on that planet with the mystery about
Yeah,
Who killed who and why and
yeah.
for how much. I was gonna do some with all that shit, but I think I'm just gonna kill it. Keeping it. This gun makes it much worse. 88 times 5. I might try it out. Wait, what are my companions holding?
Rizzo Spectrum Vodka. After
Excuse me.
We are now in orbit above Byzantium, Captain.
Alright. 1 second till I go and get that coffee and water. It's down on the bottom. Yeah. Nothing like going downstairs to see your kitchen has fucking rainwater flying in the window because
Oh no.
your niece has
Good luck, Captain.
doesn't have the
Whoa.
sense to go, hey, you know, maybe I should close that window.
Oops. You get in trouble if you slatin too, unfortunately.
Yeah, she's only
So you can't do that.
9 years old, so I don't expect much. But still,
Yeah, common sense, mate.
not like my father-in-law can get up and go fucking close the window.
That's right.
And Mama and Maricel gone. They went to the shop.
Ah,
She's bringing me. What the fuck? She's bringing me shawarma.
oh, you lucky bastard.
Yeah, if I'm lucky, I'll get booze, but
Although I had pizza today and cheesy garlic bread for lunch, I couldn't complain.
still, every time I do this, every time I come here, I do this, and it's like, you know, I know that the elevator is over there, but why is the door
Yeah.
closed?
Closed.
And now it's suddenly open. It's like,
Graphic
maybe I just
glitch.
have to stand there and wait for it never to work, but it's like,
Could be. Just having an Uber sort of day, like pushing through mud.
Spacer's Choice Engineer.
Oh, nice sculpture. I like that.
what's that?
The sculpture in the middle of the square, like planet.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, planetarium or something, whatever it's called.
Yeah, I think it's a planetarium or something.
Spacer's Choice
I would like something like that in my back garden, except naked chicks.
Initiating
Did I say that out
self-cleaning
loud?
cycle.
I guess I did.
My Jenny! You don't like James. What's this? That's the James.
We took apart and sold this
Space
place.
monkeys.
Bet we get a
Or
huge
those
loot.
space apes. These are all
What's that?
the dissenters in our midst
Oh, yeah.
poster.
Upstairs or something? Where is it?
Uh,
Downstairs. So,
Get down, get back up again.
oh, Maybe. No, that's not an elevator. The kitchen or dining room or whatever.
That's far enough. What are you doing here? How did you even get inside?
Front door.
You're in my house, and I'm not fucking around. Start talking.
Hey!
Hagen. I've never heard of her. Is she from the board? Damn it. I knew this would happen. To keep me quiet. But if you didn't know that, I'm guessing they didn't send you.
The effort they put into killing their own people. They ought to redirect that toward, I don't know, actually helping out once in a while.
I always assumed they would put a bullet in my head one of these days. I don't know anyone named Hagen. This is utter nonsense. I've never even been to Groundbreaker. What happened to the team? Tell me you didn't move their suspension tanks. Small consolation. My team, the finest minds of their generation, reduced to salvage.
Kristen, sit down.
We were trying to prove that the colony could survive the crisis bearing down on us.
What are you doing, Doctor? This information is beyond classified.
You could write me up in your report. It hardly matters. I'm researching a new way to feed the colony. The crops we transplanted from Earth don't give us the nutrients we need. Our colonists might not realize it yet, but they're starving. The food we grow here barely sustains human life. The colony won't last under these conditions. So the board let me approach the problem from a different angle. I believed that I could adapt humans to live on Halcyon's terms. That I could change us. Give us the ability to derive sustenance from the nutrients the food does have. Look around. We're the only intelligent aliens in Halcyon. Not for lack of trying. I wanted to save them all, but I wasn't strong enough. I wouldn't allow us to experiment on convicts or the unemployed. It's wrong, no matter what the law says. Everyone agreed. We accepted the risks. I'm desperate. I've already asked all the best institutes on Earth for help. Years ago, we sent a message out on the Cornelius Vanderbilt, but heard nothing back. It's been missing for over 2 years now. They never re-established contact after the skip to Earth. Of course, the board is keeping that under wraps.
That ain't a shock. Board folks will lie to their own mothers if it preserves their paychecks.
The board is uneasy about letting the colony know, seeing as half of their military force vanished without a trace. I prefer if you didn't use my name when you talk about this. My contract has a list of very terrible consequences for breaking secrecy. Once we can replicate a success, the board will move to rewire our nucleon. With any luck, our next generation will be eating and thriving off halcyon crops.
Fuck that. People are people, and ought to stay the way they were born. They start trying to tinker with my blood, I'll bury them.
We haven't made enough strides to advance the plan. Hardly any at all. But we have to keep trying. You came to kill me. I assume that's still on the table. Please don't. If I die, there's no one who can reproduce our work. Every sacrifice will have been for nothing. And we'll be no closer to a solution that feeds the colony.
A lethal cleaning solution is the best cleaning solution. Don't just smear germs around, kill them so they can't come back.
The fate of my research is in the hands of a sanitation unit? I see. How unexpected.
Look, cold-blooded murder ain't easy on my spirits. But this, all this research, all these experiments, it's wrong. It's all void damn wrong.
I hope you know what you're doing, Captain. I leave it in your hands. The one on the wanted posters? They say he's an anarchist. A madman, a butcher. I'll do it.
Doctor!
What choice do I have, Commander? Alien conspiracy? No. What, did you hit your head on your way in or something? I need to get out of here. Phineas can contact me when he's ready to work together. For now, I'd better pack up the lab and head somewhere discreet.
Not so fast. Captain, what you just learned is beyond your clearance. Hell, it's beyond mine. Give me one reason why I should let you walk out of here alive. That'll do, sucker. Now move along. The doc has a lot of work ahead of her. Tidying up and such.
There it is. I didn't kill her. Hope Phineas likes a new lab assistant.
Yep, I hope he does.
Dr. Phineas. I wonder if there's a Dr. Verb.
Never know.
That's a stupid Nickelodeon cartoon joke. Phineas and Ferb.
Yeah.
I can literally hear people slapping their face with the face palm.
With your balls
Yes.
in the cum zone.
Now what does it say?
I have to do a piece now.
Warning! Rock, stuck in trap. Warning! Twig, stuck in trap. Warning! Mangled sprat entrails, stuck in trap.
I think we can both agree that Maverick Johnson is the finest director.
Warning. Pubic hair stuck in teeth.
Mm-mm.
I'm afraid I can't come down to the
Floss. Lady Floss. That's horrible.
So it's probably gonna get mad that I took the pantyhose off the air conditioner filter, but it
Yeah,
keeps fucking clogging up. I don't know if it's because of that or what, but I'm tired of fixing the air conditioner every fucking 20 minutes again.
yeah. Yeah, you gotta wash the hose filters out.
It keeps icing over because there's a bunch of dust on it. And the
Yeah,
pantyhose over the filter screen has like an extra
yeah,
filter, but the pantyhose gets clogged up with dust, and
yeah. You
so
gotta be super vigilant at cleaning them,
yeah, she's
like every day.
yeah, it's annoying as fuck. Then plug it in. Use your tablet. It's not low back. You want some water? You got water right there in your Spider-Man cup. Yeah, I wonder what Lydia's gonna say when I tell her.
I
She probably
believe
won't
your
be
choice
happy,
to
bunny.
spare Chartrand would be considered the honorable path, yes? Sublight's money is inconsequential in the face of ethics.
Yeah, that's true. Plus, I have more than they're probably gonna pay me anyway.
Yeah.
The Groundbreaker has approved our request for docking, Captain. You're free to disembark.
Feeling like I have a little flutter in the top of my bronchial tube or something, but
Yeah.
nothing comes out.
Oh mate, just the sun's going down here, and I've got the heater on. Just coughing my hole up.
Hey!
No, not the disease.
Shirt on.
It's the fever.
Rizzo's Purpleberry Fudge.
You're gonna be a lot more than sweaty. Put your shirt on.
What's sweaty?
Whatever. Captain Undergack's low bat.
Yeah.
Is it done?
Yeah.
Oh, damn. Contractor grew a conscience. As your employer, I'm both angry and disappointed. I'll add that to your file. Technically, I owe you an exit interview. Care to justify your betrayal of our species, or are we finished here? You're awfully quick to trust someone who offed her colleagues and called it a good start. Out of my office. We're done.
All right.
I like her, Captain. Let's go before we have to paint this office with her blood.
Hawthorne's trying to mention you right back at Thunder Grand. I ain't chasing down that shit. I'm gonna do the main quest. I've been thinking about what I should play after this one is done. I was wondering about Assassin's Creed Origins.
Yeah. Cool, man.
Nice scenery.
Yeah.
Action
Well,
packed.
blood and guts.
Yeah. Gotta put blood and guts all over historical markers.
Yeah.
Noglek was playing Resident Evil 7 Biohazard,
Oh,
the survival
yeah.
one, in VR.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
Yeah, I was like, oh man, you screamed so much
Yeah.
when you were playing Alien Isolation, and now you're playing that on VR.
We are now
Yeah.
above
Hope you're wearing
Byzantium,
brown
Captain.
pants.
Yep. Big time. I'm a space diver.
Yeah.
I'm using that almost to design my house.
Okay.
I didn't count how many gifts I got from this kid, but I know it's already a lot.
If I spit, think I can
My
make that
idea, it's better than nature.
No,
I love
it's not
that.
better than
Music.
nature.
Cool.
It's better than nature. No, it isn't.
No, no, no.
Why is it? It's telling me to go.
Anti-Cleo's facial.
Wouldn't it be something to see an Earth
That's
assault
my shit.
cruiser land here?
Don't be ridiculous. There's no way one.
41, maybe down, back down there again. Let's see.
Yeah.
How am I even doing? Meet with Phineas Contact. Person can help you locate Minister Clark. This person works
Yep.
at the docks. Yeah, it's down here.
Down there, yeah.
Hey, shirt on. Shirt on. Yeah, I've got Crisp running through the Dream Elements,
Okay.
so hopefully it cuts down on some of the background noise in this stream.
Yeah.
You're hearing the full force of it because you're listening to me on Discord.
Yeah, that's the one.
Do you mind? I'm meeting someone. Shh. No names, okay? The Phoenix is a wanted man, and the board has eyes everywhere in Byzantium. Yeah, you're looking to make contact with Minister Magpie, right? I should warn you, it won't be easy. He spends most of his time in this estate, which is heavily guarded. Afraid not. He almost never leaves his home, and his guards never leave him. Whoa, I'm not one of your B&E specialists. I just provide intelligence. Some of the guards hang around Billingsley's House of Inebriation between shifts.
House of Inebriation? Count me the hell in.
Maybe you could do some reconnaissance there. You know, swipe a key while nobody's looking. Just remember, you didn't hear it from me. I've always been fascinated by birds.
If you ever research Earth species, there are thousands of them, so colorful and distinct.
All of them trying to eat you, I'd wager.
The other thing about birds, though, is their environmental indicators. Exactly. I started thinking about everything we see around Halcyon, and all the things we don't see. For starters, you rarely come across anyone living in Byzantium who wasn't born here, even though we get ships in all the time. Doesn't that seem strange to you? And then there's the way nothing gets fixed. There used to be a suggestion box around here. People would drop ideas in. Nothing ever came of them, of course. Sure, that part is. That's why they install shredders in those boxes after all. But one day the shredder broke. No one came to fix it. And since it wasn't working, we didn't have anywhere to file our complaints. So you can imagine how messy things got. At first, management put up an out of order sign, but that just seemed to worry people, like they were advertising something wasn't working. They eventually took the whole suggestion box sign down so that people didn't have any expectations about it. But they never fixed it, never replaced it. Doesn't that seem odd to you? Except that's not how they go. At least that's not how they're supposed to go in Byzantium.
If things are broken here, of all places, then I'm starting to think there ain't a hope left in this colony.
Things have kept on running this long, right? Or so I used to think. The whole episode made me wonder, if they can't fix something as simple as a suggestion box, what else aren't they fixing? After a while, I got connected with our mutual friend and started using my position here to feed him information when I could. That's it, really.
Okay.
Chicken shawarma.
Bastard.
Now it's back up. Kristen has his Jolly Beef spaghetti. And Mooch is like, I want this spaghetti.
Yeah. Skettios or Alpha Sketty.
That's about what that Jolly Beef spaghetti tastes like, is
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs. Slightly sweet
Yeah.
SpaghettiOs.
Yeah. And what you do is you just put a heap of pepper in it and it's awesome.
That's my spaceman suit.
Yeah.
So what's the plan?
Why can't something
Baggy Creole's level head. Feeling a little off balance? Use your level head.
Fuck you. Oh, excuse me. Didn't get to the meeting time.
Oh well.
Yeah.
This property is off limits. Solicitors, loiterers, and uninvited visitors will be fined to the fullest extent of company policy. This ultimatum brought to you by Universal Defense Logistics.
Man, you put a thing on Facebook, hey? The awkward moment when your balls touch. I love that. They don't like it when you have those, you know, those cast metal nut sacks you hang off your toe ball? They don't like them here. Quick way to get pulled over by the ladies in blue.
What? Something incoming!
Sorry, the non-binary gender thing in blue. Yeah, that's better.
Why is that stealing? These guys are bad. Fine. I'll just take stuff off dead bodies and I'll just big cartridges and fuck off and taking that.
What was that?
Detected.
And you're dead. And you're teabagged. And you're ripped off.
Yeah. The vermin.
Is that a mine?
No, those are the mag picks.
Okay, who the?
To pick a lock. Is that where I came in? No, that's just a vent. That's where I came in at. No, that's where I came out. What's this door? Nothing. Decoration. Painted door. Nothing. I think I went everywhere except what's this door? Another painted on door, and that's the front door. So fuck that.
What was that?
Returning fire! Sam cleans it up.
speak to Minister Clark. Well, I wonder if he's going to even want to speak to me after all this. I think he may be hard to reach. Loading the colony of reserved dimethyl sulfoxide. Should be hoarding a lot of bullets. Maybe.
How did you get in here?
Through the door.
You! You just slaughtered those guards, and for what? To speak with me? What could possibly be so urgent? If this is about another Aether Wave clip or radio spot, you may kindly
puzzle
fuck
box
off.
out of Hellraiser on the desk.
I'm not doing any more.
To the right.
Yeah, I seen that.
Have I not made myself clear? Slowly and loudly, Aloysius, that's the only way these morons understand anything. I said, you may tell Charles to go fuck himself. Oh, terribly sorry. I thought you were part of Rockwell's PR team. But if you're not, that means you're a dissident? A real live dissident? But what are you doing here? And how did you get in? Drugs, of course. What else? Why did I get my hopes up? Back to idiot speak. I don't have any drugs. You should try a vending machine or a purveyor of curative goods. Oh dear, I don't think I can say this any more slowly. Unless... Of course, it's Rockwell again, who else? And I thought he was only holding me here to keep me out of the way. Chairman Rockwell. He's kept me under house arrest for years. I've long suspected him of transacting business in my name, but this proves it. Whatever it is that brought you here, Rockwell's the one behind it. How should I know? I've been under house arrest for years. But there is a way to find out, and perhaps to set things right. Whatever Rockwell's doing, he'll be doing it from the HHC headquarters. Your best lead is to look for details in his office.
This colony's problems have always seemed to trickle down from the top. If we're set on fixing Halcyon, that's as good a place as any to start.
Exactly. And fix it we must.
If it's dirty, it's a job for Sam.
It's filthy indeed, my mechanical friend. Rife with the worst sort of corruption. Why, this is starting to sound like an issue of Dissident Hunter. It usually doesn't turn out so well for the dissidents in the stories, but I like your verve. Now we've got to get into the HHC. That's in the Acropolis district, along with the other major corporate and government facilities. But only board employees are allowed into the district. There's a heavily guarded checkpoint just down the street. There might be a route through the maintenance tunnels, but I'm afraid I don't know specifics. Most people avoid the area for obvious reasons. They're rather dirty. There are also rumors of sprat infestations, faulty automechanicals, and other unsavory hazards, if that sort of thing bothers you.
Not really.
When you reach the HHC building, this access card should get you up to the executive suites, where the chairman's office and what used to be my office are. The board's lackeys are none too bright. I simply claimed I'd lost it and hid it somewhere no one would think to look.
In his butt.
Huh.
I merely hid it in a book. No one reads anything longer than a few pages around here. There are a few advantages to dealing with imbeciles. Wait! Rockwell has one of the only terminals capable of transmitting to the Earthbound message drone. This is our chance. Please, take this and transmit it from his office. Rockwell hasn't given me any messages from Earth for years. He's desperate to keep me out of contact with the Earth Directorate. But they need to know what's happening here. What isn't on it is the real question. I've gathered meeting minutes, internal messages, sustainability reports, and more, all exposing the corruption and mismanagement plaguing Halcyon. Once the rest of the Earth Directorate sees it, they'll have to send help. Depending on the nature of their response, months at least, perhaps years. Organizing and sending personnel all the way out here is no mean feat. And now I entrust it to you. Good luck, and trust no one in the Acropolis district.
The old-timey camera.
Caution!
You must be joking. Our
Dirt alert! Dirt alert!
Might as well just come in the front door. They're not gonna let me just kind of sneak in there like I wanted. So much for discreet. Hi.
Thunderstorm. There's a hurricane.
Oh yeah.
A hurricane.
contaminants detected. That will clear up competition. Cycle complete.
Lock. What's that? Man, there's one big asshole.
I am not.
Detected. Minimal.
Or a big ass hole.
Let's play Hurricane IO.
Okay, you go play Hurricane IO.
Big owl storms.
Okay.
Good afternoon. I'm Chairman Rockwell, and I'm here to address a serious issue facing us. As you all know, our colony has been successful beyond our wildest dreams. Unfortunately, we've recently discovered that our food supply will not be able to sustain Halcyon's population in the long term. Everyone will die. Everyone will slowly stop living from malnutrition. But we're doing it together, and that's what matters. Fucking swear, if someone doesn't give me something to read that will placate the masses soon, all of you will find yourselves violently unemployed. But I can assure you there's nothing to fear. We've got a solution. It's called the Lifetime Employment Program. We will freeze most of the colony to preserve resources, while the best and brightest of Byzantium continue living in prosperity. Look, you idiots! How many times do I have to tell you we can't say shit like that? Fire whoever wrote this! While Halcyon's brightest minds solve the problem of our nutritional shortage, the rest of the colony will be placed in suspended animation. Individuals will be revived on a rotating basis, so that every Halcyonite can be part of the important work of saving our colony. By testing paperweights. Sorry, couldn't resist. Let's go again. And someday, in the not-too-distant future when we've solved this crisis, we'll all be back together again working for the good of Halcyon. Until then, the board shall provide for the deserving just as it always has. So, obey your supervisors, take your vitamins, follow your corporate-mandated grooming rituals, and rest assured with the board on your side, there is nothing to worry about.
Yeah. Over there, Tristan.
Guess the whole colony's up a creek. I thought it was just Monarch.
Inner colony trade. is. Well, I gotta go down, I guess. Yeah, it's raining.
Do we really need all the security? I have to go through 3 checkpoints.
Yeah, there's a lot of them in here.
Yep.
Huh? Something
I don't wanna die.
Loot, loot, loot. Too late. You're going to.
Open fire!
Gotta look it up from you.
Powered with prejudice.
Hey, did Tillman get transferred or something?
The big power restores.
Yeah.
Super hurricane.
Okay.
Super hurricane.
All right.
The big power restores.
Okay.
Oh, I thought somebody was here, but next door's doing something.
I think I'm gonna start taking my lunches out.
Where the hell? There's got to be an elevator or something in here. Yeah, it says it's. See, in here.
Bakit ka tumatawag sa akin kanina? Tapos sabi yung nilago mo, ilan daw na nagos na dito.
I took the pantyhose off of that because it keeps clogging up.
You need to wash it.
No.
Ha?
Doesn't seem to help.
Pariya pa yun.
Oh, why didn't I see that last time?
Then, why the sauce ice again?
Probably because it needs to be like the whole thing clean.
Say good day to the accountant for me, mate.
Stu says hello.
Hello,
Man, I'm over this. Sun goes down and the snot starts.
That was
Not a good one either.
Fire. Okay. So it's in there. So back through here, I guess.
Yeah.
Hey! What do you think you're doing? Just be careful next time. Got your paperwork squared away?
Down there. How do I get down there? This? Okay, now what? Retrieve. Okay. So just what? Can I just take it? How the hell am I supposed to retrieve it? You died. Or near hostiles. Hostiles. These guys. I guess everyone's kind of hostile right now.
What was caution? Infestation encroaching.
Spacer's Choice Pirate Sauce. Anti-Creo's energizes ointment. Enjoy.
Oh, elevator music, gotta love that.
What was? Oh, you are in for it.
Classification. Flawlessly finished. Market 30 stands to get up.
Okay. Missed that bit about it. Never mind. I'll get it next time.
What's that?
If you don't mind my saying,
How's my audio, mate? Am I a
Minister
bit
Clark
quiet?
is lucky to
Or
have you on
I'm
his
okay?
side. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself, or would you like to do the honors?
I've kept myself busy in your absence, optimized my formula. I'm now confident I can revive the remaining colonists. All I need now is the dimethyl sulfoxide. I'll take as much as you can give me. What? Oh, yes, well, that's obvious. Anyone with 2 working labs can see this colony's slouching toward oblivion. Why do you think we've been doing all this? I revived you to help me save Halcyon from annihilation. Hold on. Let me see if I understand this correctly. You're saying that Halcyon's on the brink of total collapse, and the chairman's plan to save all of us is to save himself? I always knew Halcyon was heading toward a systems collapse, but I never imagined we were already there. The board made this crisis, and now they want to solve it by freezing the rest of us? That's not a plan. That's a goddamn escape clause. That makes two things we don't have. Time and chemicals to revive the other settlers. None of this was supposed to happen. I was supposed to revive the Hope's colonists. We were supposed to have enough time to solve the problem before we all starved. Human test subjects. Oh, that's grotesque. That's unthinkable. That's exactly what I'd expect out of the board. Thank you. You've brought me enough chemicals to get started, at least. I'm just sorry they came at the cost of human lives. Those poor people, they must have died in agony. What exactly was the board trying to accomplish? You say the board's trying to freeze their subjects over and over again without inflicting permanent damage? Well, they're nowhere close to solving that problem. I'll tell you this much. The board scientists are hopelessly lost. After years of fruitless experimentation, they've made exactly zero progress. I used to work for these people. I'm intimately familiar with the utter incompetence of the board's own scientists. We're out of time. Chemicals. We may very well be out of options. If the board has their way, we're all going to be spending the rest of our lives frozen in stasis. Do you realize what this means for the Hope? For your fellow colonists? The board's going to kill them all. Toss them out into space, just to make room in their hibernation chambers.
Oh, that sucks.
Short of lining up every member of the board and shooting them in the back of the head. Do you know what's waiting for us on the Hope? Scientists, engineers, artists, the brightest minds Earth ever sent us, uncorrupted by the board. The board's going to dispose of them all and transform the Hope into a prison for the rest of us. They're likely on their way to the Hope as we speak. We need to get to those colonists before the board. I have enough chemicals to start reviving a few of them, but no easy way to get them off the Hope. Merciful gibbering law, you're a genius! We bring the Hope to us. Skip the entire ship across the distance of colony space, right next to my lab. Yes, exactly. You're a step ahead of me, but I perceive the shape of your plan. If we link up the Hope to the Unreliable, then use your navigational computer to calculate a reasonably safe vector, we can skip the entire colony ship into the rings of Terra 2.
Experimental methods for killing noxious life forms are not covered under this unit's limited liability agreement.
Well said, whatever you are. You'll need to switch on the Hope's auxiliary power using the Unreliable. Then head to the bridge. Your navigational computer, Ada, should be able to activate the Hope skip drive. Once you've skipped the Hope next to my lab, I'll have easy access to the frozen colonists. I can start reviving them immediately. I know you're wondering why I'm doing all this. Why I believe the people on the Hope are the answer to the colony's problems. The Hope is carrying some of humanity's most brilliant thinkers. Scientists, engineers, experts in their field. If we work together, we can still find a way to save Halcyon. The board would have us believe Halcyon is beyond saving. I choose to believe otherwise. If there's even the slightest chance we can save Halcyon from oblivion, then we have to take it.
Big one.
Captain, I hope Dr. Wells has not dragged you into one of his irrational schemes again. My diagnosis of his mental stability is not flattering. We have arrived at the Hope. I need you to reroute power from our ship to the Hope's auxiliary generator. You'll have to connect me to the Hope's comm system so I can convince her central computer to enable the skip drive. If your calculations are even slightly off, you could crash the entire colony ship into Terra 2. Or the Sun.
Man, stop.
That ought to do it, Captain.
Yeah, something woke up. I see some red dots. Justin, get off my arm.
Yep.
Huh, who's that?
Huh? What was
Here they
that?
come.
The corporate fuckers are already here trying to...
Everyone all right?
Just muted while I got visitors, man.
Alright.
security up.
Can you hear me, Captain? I have successfully integrated
Authorized
myself into the
personnel.
Hope's comm systems, and am attempting to establish contact with the Hope's more primitive processor now. Would you like me to play a mood-suitable music selection while you travel to the bridge? Oh, sorry. File not found. Should we assign Sam for a cleanup?
Here they come! Everyone all right?
That's the Hope's computer up ahead. I'll admit, I am curious to wake him. Greetings, Captain. I am speaking to you through the Hope's computer system. It's a rather cramped feeling, but it'll do. Are you sure? That is extremely dangerous. Skipping the Hope will void the warranty on the skip drive. And also potentially kill an entire planet. How is my humor now, Captain? Improved? Jump-starting the skip drive. Destination set to the rings of Terra 2.
Oh no. Captain, don't do this. I ain't dying on a fucking ship. I'm gonna die in the dirt like we're meant to.
Doing it. I mean, affirmative. Skipping the Hope in 3, 2, 1.
ADA, does your captain seriously intend to do a micro jump in system with engines that haven't been powered in 70 years on a derelict ship?
That is what my captain intends, yes.
But that is a gross misuse of the skip drive. The Zero Point Drives Corp and I will not be held responsible for any damage incurred during transport, and this will cause extreme damage.
Yes, I am aware of that.
You should not be doing this. The humans will die.
Thank you, Hope. It looks like all systems are go. Captain, I would advise you to hold on to something. Now.
And we're back. Who done where?
Turning on the skip drives. The computer on the Hope said I'm gonna kill everybody. Ada said probably. But do it anyway.
Yeah, well, do it anyway, man.
Oh, good. We are still alive and have successfully skipped into Terra 2's orbit. I reported as much to Phineas Wells, but he has not responded. Perhaps you should check in on him.
Oh. I feel like I've been turned inside out. Let's not do that again.
Door, the painted on door. How about this one? That is the door with the skeleton behind it.
Oh no.
Here.
This area kind of reminds me a bit of Star Wars and Fallout.
Yeah.
Like with the railing and the steps, and you got a generator back there that reminds me of Star Wars and shit. It's cool.
Captain, I am receiving Captain, I shall now play the transmission I received from Dr. Wells.
The board is here. They found me somehow. They're about to blast my door open. I can't stop them from getting me, and there isn't enough time to explain everything. But there's something very important you need to remember. The board, all their lackeys, they're all a bunch of swine. Do you hear me? They're fucking corporate swine. You fucking pigs! I'll take you all out with me. I'll never...
It would seem the recording captured some rather dire events. I presume you'll want to dock at the orbital lab to check on your associate as soon as possible?
Yeah.
How can I be of assistance? Mm-hmm. We have successfully arrived at Phineas's orbital lab, Captain, and we are still in one piece. Shall I congratulate myself?
Yes, you should congratulate yourself.
Ooh. Oh.
Anything extremely awesome in the armor department, then we'll like it.
So how would you rate this game, like, compared to the others that you've played?
On a scale of 1 to 10, I'd give it at least an 8. I mean, it's fun.
Cool.
It's
Yeah.
fun. It's funny. It's got good artwork. Man, that itch is really bad. The things I would improve. The things I would improve would be like not forcing me into first person. I don't really dig that too much.
Yeah.
Maybe the look of the character creation, when you go to create your characters, they all look kind of really fucked up. But I mean, other than that, it's
They're
pretty good.
people.
Other than that, it's good.
Cool.
The rest protocol. Dictating this location up here. Failure to appear at the appointed date and time with this paperwork will result in additional late fees and reschedule. Date failure to appear with someone. Court dates may incur additional fees. So I need to get in. Gross. I need to get in here. And see what this is. Activated. Option last will and testament. Success. Kept secret but not forgotten. What am I supposed to be doing?
Plan B.
Mission schematic. Corporate pigs. You found Phineas Lava's ransacked Searcher's lab for additional info. Area passcode. Okay. And the pigs, because he kept saying pigs. Kidnapped and very probably incarcerated by the perfidious and cowardly government of Halcyon and prison fortress of Tartarus. I have not already been executed for charges leveled against me. I hope the person reading this terminal will find a way to finish my work or rescue me, preferably the latter. This screen constitutes my last will and testament. I commend my body and belongings to the icy depths of the aether. If this is Wang Hun Lo, I've prepared an emergency care package located in a hidden panel. Unlock the panel from my terminal and claim its contents immediately. They've tried absolutely nothing, and apparently they're all out of options. Cellular regeneration would be just a question of thermodynamics. Seconds. My 12th subject to die. I'm doing this, strictly speaking. I do. The hope has hundreds of thousands of colonists, but I expect I have 12. How many more experiments before I successfully revive a single subject? 1, 10, 100, 500? Statistically insignificant. If I experiment on one subject every month, I would not make a dent in the hope's population in a lifetime. And still hear the screaming, trouble sleeping, trouble concentrating. Before finally discovered what I've done, it said their headhunter is tracking them, but they never find me. They say I'm a murderer, and they're right. I am. I regret what I've done, but I'm not about to turn myself into the board. I'm not going to go begging the board's forgiveness. Only the Hope's colonists can forgive me for what I've done. They're the only people who can set things right. Snap key. Well, that's pretty helpful. Finn's forced. I wonder what that does. Let's see. It's better than the other one. This is where Dr. Finn is. Lay his poo to rest. Bunch of cystic eggs, gross.
What was that? Better take a look.
What was that? I better take a look. I like how I just walk past these idiots. It's like, oh, hi, hi. Don't mind me.
You have a Q-tip over there? Sure, she did throw a bag of them on there last night. It's not look bad.
1 second before I get into this, I have to clean out my ear because when I did that, I was like, oh no. So yeah, just 1 second
Welcome back, boys and girls.
Captain, as it appears we may soon be embarking for a maximum security prison planet, I believe the crew would like to speak with you to, as you humans put it, air some concerns.
Those board goons kidnapped Mr. Phineas and hauled him away to Tartarus. How are we gonna get him out?
I never got to know Doc Wells. We ain't friends or crew. But he's still one of us. He's the reason the boss is up and walking right now. We can't just leave him to die in Tartarus.
To extract the scientist, you will need to infiltrate the labyrinth. But that course of action is likely to be quite dangerous, Captain.
The Labyrinth is a massive maximum security prison on an uninhabitable planet. Being incarcerated there is seen as a fate worse than death.
Still, we can't do nothing. It wouldn't be right.
The armed surveillance protocols on a maximum security prison planet are highly sophisticated. As such, escapes are historically quite impossible and deadly. I am programmed to warn you whenever you exhibit inclinations toward risky behavior. Breaking into Tartarus will not be easy.
Getting in is the simple part. It's getting out again that's the trouble. Trust me, I know.
Let's just do it. Kick down some doors, grab Doc Wells, and cut a path out. We don't need a plan. We got guns.
If you really mean to do this, you should see to your final affairs and close out any unfinished business. Once you sneak into Tartarus, you may be there a while. Or permanently.
It's the craziest plan I've ever heard. And I mean that as a compliment.
You didn't hire me to think. And I ain't about to start now.
Yep.
You're my boss. And I'll walk into fire with you.
I think it's insane. But maybe the colony needs a healthy dose of insanity right about now.
I know it's dangerous. And I won't lie and say I'm not scared of the woods. But I couldn't live with myself if we didn't do something.
You're asking for more than bravery from us, Captain.
What a pity she bats for the
There are
other
worse ways to go than dying for a good cause. I'm in.
Let Sam get the grime out. It's what our units do best.
The entire plan is a terrible idea, but I admire your bravado, Captain, which leads me to illogically believe, against the odds, that you will be successful.
If we don't make it, at least it'll be a great story.
Got my trusty tossball stick. Got my ass-kicking boots. I'm ready, boss.
Outstanding.
You can count on us, Captain. We're crew. For real crew. That means we got each other's backs. Right?
Never thought I'd volunteer to break into a prison. Seems like your tendency towards risky behavior is rubbing off on me, Captain.
Command not recognized.
Waiting on your command, Captain.
Let's go. Yeah.
Yeehaw.
We're gonna break into prison. And then bravely run away.
Yep. I'm right there with you. Try and keep up, Lucas.
That's why I did all that shit before this.
Yeah.
Sit down!
I am pleased to inform you that we have arrived at the labyrinth. Please be advised that the punishment for trespassing is execution. Please be advised that electrical storms on the surface of Tartarus make departure impossible at this time. Resident count is as follows. 3,071. Resident deaths, including but not limited to executions, are as follows. 1,684. Resident escapes are as follows. 0. The interior can be chilly. Take a scarf with you, Captain. I would also ask that you leave your captain's ID with me, in the event that you do not return. I can make the assurance that I will not leave with another captain, unless you do not return within 876,541,652 hours. Oh, speak of the devil. Captain, I am receiving a transmission from the prison's docking authority now.
Attention, unauthorized spacecraft. This is a maximum security installation. Your presence here is an explicit violation of UDL corporate policy. You are hereby confined to your docking platform until a ticket detailing your crimes has been filed and notarized, at which point your vessel will be seized and you will be executed.
Oh dear.
I'm sorry, you people? Did you just cast a generalization on upstanding UDL employees? That's a fine of 200 bits. You're up to 5,708, not including the cost of your execution and the disposal of your remains, which will be assessed posthumously.
Ah.
Protocol is important, sir. The sentencing of one crime does not preclude the sentencing of another, technically speaking. Tartarus Docking Authority signing up. Hang on. Looks like you're gonna have company at the execution. Another ship just pulled into your dock. Wait, is that from the Groundbreaker? What the? Pay no mind to that. Just have a pleasant day.
Transmission terminated. How can I be of assistance? I request you do not wake me if I am sleeping upon your return.
Another ship pulled up. I wonder who it is. Sit down. There's my ship. Who else pulled up, I wonder?
Yeah.
The captain did right by us
What
once.
was that?
Now it's ours. The board will never own us. Not while I'm here. Push on, Motherboard.
Maybe I should take Vicar Max for those one-shot kill moves.
Nice.
The captain did right by us once. Now it's our turn. The board will never own Groundbreaker. Not while I breathe. Push on, my guy.
Has there been any more word about when the little monsters are allowed out to play?
Kind of, but I ain't fucking around with that.
Yeah.
Never anger a man of the cloth.
it was reported here that said, if you don't get vaccinated and shit, you're gonna end up in jail. I mean, come on.
The president here said that, but then right after that, the Supreme Court said there is no such law or law waiting for approval that states anything like that. Basically,
Yeah, that's right.
politely saying
That-
he's talking out his ass.
Yeah, well, the talking out the arse bit was not reported here as far as I know. It was just that he came out and said this. There again, the media not doing its fucking job properly. Cheap sensationalizer bullshit. Any wonder I don't watch the news on TV anymore. I just listen to it once a day through the Google. Mighty
Even
Google.
walking into a prison. They lock me up, I'm liable to kill everyone trying to get back out.
Entering the labyrinth's the easy part. Making it back out. I'm still trusting your plan on that one, Captain.
I think I've worked out what's going on with your audio, man. It's just when you pull your head back that tiny little bit, that's enough for the noise gate to
I
cut
suppose
you
it
off.
would be too late to back out now, huh? Fear not, Captain. I'll watch your back.
What are you doing? Put your pencil in the bag.
How's Beding doing? She okay? Helping looking after Popper.
Not really. Doesn't like dealing with the monkey.
Yeah. Poor darling. I would have been terminated if I was in that situation, your situation when I was a kid, mate. I just would not handle inside at all.
Yeah.
I'd be sneaking out the window at night and all sorts of shit.
Here they come!
Over here spinning around in circles and running in circles,
Yep.
and Nathan's chasing him, and it's like,
Yeah. Oh mate, those poor kids are so fucking bored. But you got no choice. Yeah, watch TV, mate. Perfect ass. That ain't going to do anything. Nice shot.
Our victory is their defeat.
Let's move it back up there. Hey! Fucking pissing me off.
Fully take me. I thought the chasm outside Stellar Bay was deep. This takes me down.
Medical drone.
No.
We see how well this works. Here we go.
Yeah. Fingers crossed. Fucking song rattling around in the head and it's not even in English, yeah. French. I should put it in general just to annoy everybody.
Why is she not shooting? I'd like to know that. So they're trying to smack people around.
Yep.
Why?
Maybe. Do they, have you got to keep them in ammo, or is that just they get their own?
They have their own.
Okay, yeah, because I know, was it, which one was it? Was it one of the Fallouts when they, after a time, when they run out of ammo, you got to restock them yourself in certain circumstances. Moist. Not in a good way. Oh God, Stuart.
The captain's here. Let's go. I want to see all of you busting ass.
What? May Van Noy? What? Oh, these are guys that have all been arrested and now they're like helping out.
Oh, okay.
Just like when I first showed up, people from the Groundbreaker were there on the docks helping.
Uh-huh.
I've had quite enough of you!
Welcome to the Iconoclast, asshole! Welcome to the Watch out!
Stop, Tristan.
Well, Daddy will have to drink.
But people wonder why I drink. It's like,
Yeah.
you know how much self-restraint it takes not to just slap the shit out of someone?
Yep.
I mean, it sounds ignorant, but that's a kid. We shouldn't do that. I know it's a kid, and that's another reason why I need to drink sometimes.
I believe
Yep.
I'm ready for this.
Yeah, man, I used to get the shit slapped out of me when I was a kid, but I wouldn't do it now.
Can't be doing that. I don't want to be doing that.
Like, not only is it illegal,
You
but
have
I
an
just wouldn't do
uncanny
it.
talent for complicating my
Right.
life.
I just gotta.
You've disrupted the balance of power. You've upset the natural order of things. You've introduced uncertainty, and there is nothing I despise more than uncertainty.
Especially the poor little guys are like stuck inside, not allowed out.
Typical. Running your mouth in the middle of a crisis. It's almost as if you delight in chaos. I should have dealt with you a long time ago. You were always too dangerous to leave unchecked. I suppose I shouldn't be surprised by your impertinence. Leaving you alive was my greatest mistake, but it is a mistake I intend to correct. I have Dr. Wells in my custody. Once I've secured his cooperation, I can move forward with the program. I can
That's where
repair the
get drunk
damage
and
you've
fuck
done.
comes in.
I can set things right.
And we can. They can hear us. I don't care. God, you need some outlets.
I'm aware of your propensity for violence. Halcyon is a bloodier place because of you. I take no pleasure in this, you know. I simply have no other option. Leaving you alive is too great a risk. Goodbye, Captain. If you insist. This prison is equipped with an automechanical warden. I've had it programmed to eliminate you on sight and rinse your remains down a drain. And don't worry. I will inform Dr. Wells that you died heroically or something.
That guy.
Yeah, you know, that guy. Yeah. Boom. Back of the head. Double tap.
Yep. Stop. Man.
System. Security patrol initiated.
Trouble incoming.
Good boy for daddy, Mr. Man. No ice cream.
He wants my phone. My phone is charging, and again, his tablet.
Yeah.
Trying to say it's no bad. No, it isn't.
No, it isn't, mate. Yeah. It's probably ingrained into his DNA that his old phone used to wear out so quickly because it's bloody close to the times, eh?
Yeah.
Has it got the low bat on that? Does it bring up a huge empty battery on the screen or just a tiny little one?
No, just the one in the corner turns red when it gets to...
Yeah. Yeah, you would have told him heaps about that, but yeah.
Why won't you just die?
Get me out of here!
You don't know how glad I am to see you. You did the right thing. Akande was a monster. Her death was much deserved and long overdue. And you lunatic, you broke into the board's own fortress just to rescue one doddering old man. You are absolutely out of your mind, and I can't begin to thank you enough.
Got a chasing the dry eraser.
Yeah.
I know, my friend, I know. And now it's finally over. The board's finished. It's only a matter of time before the entire system slips from their grasp. You've broken the board's stranglehold on this colony, and you saved my life. But there's still so much we have yet to accomplish.
Okay, now what I've done is I've turned Dick Sword right down, and I've turned the audio on Twitch up.
Any of us ever anticipated.
I'll see if it still gets the cutout.
Earth has gone dark. We haven't received a single message in 3 years. There's been no communication, no signals, nothing. 2 years ago, the Earth's Directorate's frigate disappeared on their way back to Earth. We don't know what they discovered when they arrived, or if they arrived at all.
So we've got to make do on our own. Seems to me that'll make us stronger in the end anyhow.
You're quite right. We've got no choice but to make do on our own.
Earth is only an idea to us, but that idea is the bedrock the colony is built upon. If people were to find out it's gone dark, the shock could be too much to bear.
I don't want to imagine what will happen once news gets out. Let's just keep this between us for now. We're in serious trouble, my friend. Do you know what this means for Halcyon? We can't rely on Earth for support anymore. We've been cut loose. We're entirely on our own.
Nope. It'll come down to cannibalism.
The road is long, and we haven't a moment to waste. We must begin the revival process immediately, starting with the Hope's brightest minds, and then we're going to fix this damn colony, one problem at a time. We're going to need a leader, and I can't imagine a better person for the job than you. What do you say, old friend? Will you help us? I can't tell you how glad I am to hear that. When I revived you, I thought we were going to save this colony all by ourselves, but I was wrong. We can't save Halcyon on our own. We're all going to have to pull together, somehow. We are not a colony anymore. Our last connection to Earth has been severed. I don't know if we'll survive, but we're going to have to try our best.
Excuse me.
The OSI teaches that everything in the universe happens according to the grand plan. But the stranger that arrived in Halcyon was an unplanned variable. From the moment he landed in Emerald Vale, his actions altered the course of history. The events on Tartarus brought about the end of the board's authority. But the board's mistakes would haunt the colony for decades to come. The damage they left behind would require the work of a generation to repair. Dr. Phineas Wells began reviving a handful of the Hope's colonists. Engineers, scientists, technicians, and intellectuals. They were among the brightest minds the Earth had ever sent out into the stars. The Hope scientists and engineers woke up in a colony descending headlong into total collapse. With no way to return to Earth, they had no choice but to band together and devote themselves to the cause of saving Halcyon. The people of Halcyon were nothing if not hardy. In the absence of the board's authority, many of the colony's settlements banded together with a single purpose in mind: survival. Life was especially hard in the years to come. Some towns dissolved by attrition and starvation, but most of them found a way to carry on. In the years to come, Halcyon was forced to reckon with its newfound freedom. The board was gone, And for better or worse, the colony was responsible for its own destiny. As the colony struggled to survive, the inspirational story of the iconoclast spread like wildfire. Zora's focus on logistics made for a safer monarch, where the iconoclasts enjoyed a surge of new blood looking to join the ranks from struggling townships. Life on Monarch slowly improved from a desperate fight for survival to prosperous growth and more permanent strength. Consumed by paranoia, Lilia Hagen took sublight salvage in a controversial direction, openly accusing board officials of an extraterrestrial conspiracy. One day, an accident at the Groundbreaker's docking bay silenced her forever.
Ooh, okay.
Time would tell if her replacement could keep the sublight family together. After returning to Edgewater, the deserters negotiated workplace reforms with Reed Thompson, including a single day of rest, which came to be known as a weekend. As the world around him changed, Thompson found himself pining for the old days. He was known to spend his weekends in the cantina, nursing one of the few remaining bottles of Zero G. And
Pining for the fjords.
It's not the best choice, it's Spacer's choice. As for Adelaide McDevitt, she tended to her garden in solitude for another year before passing away. Her body was discovered some months later when Reed Thompson paid her a visit in an effort to make amends. Her remains were buried in a place of honor underneath the floor of the Edgewater Cannery. Reed believed this was what she always wanted.
I'm pretty sure that's
Under
not.
the leadership of Junlei Tennyson, the Groundbreaker held firm against corporate influence.
Wow.
The ship's mechanical stability gave Junlei the time to educate a promising generation of engineers schooled in her family's traditions. The future of the Groundbreaker looks promising. The rediscovery of the Hope and the abandonment of the Lifetime Employment Program forced Byzantium to come to terms with some uncomfortable realities about the state of Halcyon. While Byzantines were reluctant to surrender the luxuries they'd grown accustomed to, the board's diminished authority gave them little choice in the matter. Nearly everyone had to learn to make do with less. Some even had to get jobs. It was a dark time indeed. Even the Gorgon asteroid, though a distant enigma to most of Halcyon, felt the aftershocks of your actions. The destroyed Adrenatime synthesizer became a symbol of the board's cruelty and a rallying point for Wells and his scientists as they sought to build a more humane, ethical Halcyon. They cleared the dead from Gorgon's laboratories and repurposed them to aid in the crucial work of solving the colony's nutrition crisis. Gorgon, which had once sown death and destruction across Halcyon, became a source of hope and renewal. The Gorgon Project's final explosive end was bittersweet for Olivia Ambrose. She wandered the colony's fringes alone, searching for others like her who despised the board and meant to destroy them. In time, she found Phineas Wells and his cadre of scientists, and she joined them in their efforts to save Halcyon. For a while, she even knew an uneasy peace. But for all that, Olivia found purpose in Wells' project. She was always haunted by the memory of her daughter, Minnie, who hadn't lived to see the better world they were building. She never did forgive herself for the horror her work had wrought on Halcyon. But she remembered fondly the daring captain who'd put an end to it at last. In spite of everything, the Gorgon asteroid remained a sobering reminder of the potential for progress and disaster in humanity's most ambitious efforts. The Rizzo's company in Halcyon dissolved after the collapse of the board. Needless to say, the launch of Spectrum Brown was indefinitely delayed. A stockpile of Spectrum Brown remains buried deep beneath the ruins of the old distillery, abandoned to time and attrition. With the dissolution of the board, Ruth Bellamy found herself without the two constants in her life.
Oh, that'd be a nice drop to go and
Byzantine
find.
culture and her sister Belinda. In the face of this new reality, she struggled to find a direction for her life. The colony had moved on from Halcyon Helen and would require new heroes in the years to come. And so Ruth Bellamy decided it was time to exit stage left. She quietly disappeared from public view. The dissolution of the board did not mean the dissolution of the ambitions of Cedric Kincannon, the charismatic leader of Sublight Underground. Cedric offered Slug's transportation services to the newly thawed colonists and set to work ferrying resources and food wherever they were most needed. For better or worse, Slug headgear became fashionable in the following years. As the board began to disintegrate, Spencer Woolrich found himself at a crossroads. Cling to what little stardom remained to him, or help usher Halcyon into its new future. To the surprise of many, perhaps himself most of all, Spencer chose the latter option. Having learned a variety of different skills in the many different roles played throughout his lengthy career, Spencer founded a radio serial dedicated to staying alive despite the odds. His subjects included how to survive violent encounters with only grazing wounds, dispense pithy one-liners for tense scenarios, and, of course, how to look good doing both. After a brief attempt at dating Helen as one person rather than two, which both Bertie and Helen found too strange, Bertie struck out on his own to try his hand at raising woolly cows. Many of his former Rangers teammates soon followed, accompanied by the woolly cow the team had originally plied with alcohol. The dairy farm thrived under Bertie's leadership and care. The Dairy Rangers privately believed that the woolly cows softened Bertie's temper considerably, although the only one brave enough to say this to his face was promptly headbutted. Your influence shifted Ellie's perspective. She finally admitted, albeit grudgingly, that she just might need other people. Sometimes. With a steady income from the life insurance payouts, she was finally able to afford a ship of her own. She hired a small crew and flew supply missions to communities on the fringe. Some of them were even legal. Life in Halcyon was sobering for Felix Millstone. The grand revolution he dreamed of never came. There was no great awakening for the colony, no celebrations in the streets. There was only the hard, desperate work of trying to repair a broken colony. Felix never had a head for numbers, but if there was labor to be done, he was there to help. Eventually, Felix realized that the work of a revolution was done with two hands. As much as he enjoyed his adventures aboard the Unreliable, the vicar, known as Max, eventually decided that it was time to move on, to live out the life he had sought so long to create. He knew there were many in the colony who carried burdens much worse than the ones he had struggled with, and he devoted himself to easing their suffering wherever he could. He only ever took up arms again to defend the defenseless. Unshackled from a lifetime of striving and fighting the universe and himself, Vicar Maximilian de Soto was finally at peace. Once the matter with the Hope colonists was resolved, Junlei bashfully asked Parvati if she'd like to join her permanently on the Groundbreaker, and Parvati enthusiastically, if somewhat awkwardly, agreed. The stories of her adventures spread across the colony, and Parvati soon found herself the center of attention. Having served as the engineer of a renowned spacecraft, tramp freighters and wildcat miners sought her out by name, and in no time, she was a fixture in the Groundbreaker's mechanical ecosystem. she and Junlei were never far apart. Nyoka returned to Monarch to take another crack at making a permanent life for herself. She formed the Charon Group, a mercenary outfit of ragtag survivalists and wilderness experts. Anyone in need of a guide, or just looking to throw back a beer and swap stories, could find her camping on the trail, or clearing an infestation. The SAM unit that accompanied you spread awareness of the product line's superior sanitation and maintenance capabilities across what was left of the colony. This led to a boost in SAM unit sales. Did you know that SAM units are the longest-lasting, toughest-acting cleaning solution in Halcyon? Minister Clark was released from house arrest, and his contact with you gave him a sense of renewed purpose and vigor. Once it became clear that no help would be coming from Earth, he threw his considerable efforts and talents into helping Halcyon manage the crisis before it. As for Dr. Phineas Wells, he spent his remaining years in his orbital lab. Though he was always haunted by the failures of his past, he was determined to make things right by building toward the future. Dr. Wells was able to revive many more scientists and engineers than he first expected, thanks to the additional batch of chemicals you stole from the ministry. Wells never forgot about the human lives that were lost in acquiring these chemicals. The revival project was hard and painful work, but in the end, despite limited resources, over half the Hope's colonists were successfully revived. Even after Wells passed away, the Hope scientists and engineers worked night and day to pull Halcyon from the brink of collapse. Their efforts continue to this day, which may be reason enough for optimism. Dr. Wells laid the groundwork for the project to save the colony, but he would never live to see the fruits of his labor. He passed away a few years later. His work was carried on by the scientists and engineers he revived. Life will never be the same in Halcyon. It is widely agreed that the colony has a chance of stabilizing within a generation, owing to the hard work and determination of the surviving colonists. Recovery is a distant goal, and the path is long and uncertain. But the people of Halcyon carry on, determined as ever. And what about you, the unplanned variable in the history of Halcyon? Long after Wells passed away, you carried on his work with more energy, determination, and brilliance than he could ever muster. The years that followed were hard, but Halcyon survived by the efforts of the Hope's most promising colonists, the greatest of which was you. No one knows what's happened to Earth, and no one knows what the future has in store for Halcyon. All we know for certain is this: the name of the Unreliable and that of its intrepid captain will remain the subject of countless stories for years to come.
That was a really nice ending, man.
Yeah, I like it. Still stick with my 8 out of 10. My 8 out of 10 score for this game.
Yeah.
Have anything to complain about? It was a good game. It looked nice, played nice, pretty easy
Cool.
to understand and figure out the controls and all that. The only
Yeah.
thing I wasn't a fan of, like I said,
Yep.
is in the character creation, the people look fucking weird. and yeah, being forced to play first person, but
Yeah.
it's not the end of the world. I'm gonna let this play while I go and make some recycled water downstairs.
Yeah, it's alright, I've got to take my headset off because I need to use a magnifier. that?
I got some chicken nuggets.
Bastard. How dare you nugget without me? Although I do it all the time. It's a fair cop.
Private division babies born during production.
Ha. Nice.
I seen my own name in the credits. My first name, anyways. Not my full name. That'd be weird.
Yeah. Yeah, except it's Lucas Arts. F-A-R-T-S.
Errol on Gorgon.
Yeah.
Development weddings. Development babies. In memoriam, 2 people died. Newly engaged, a whole bunch of people.
Alright. That was cool, man. I thoroughly enjoyed that ending.
Huh?
I really enjoyed the ending of that. Actually put some thought into the backstory and stuff.
Hey, why you grabbing my ass, Mooch? Hey!
Because you look like you were comfortable. That's why she did it. Fuck. Pardon me.
Put my hand back there and she murdered my hand. She's like, aha, a new victim. Tristan's got her all riled up.
Yeah.
Had her chasing the dry eraser all over the room. That's why he was fucking laughing so much.
Ah, okay.
She'd slide it across the room. She'd go chasing after it and spaz out when she caught it, and then he'd go over there and get it from her and throw it across the other side of the room.
Meanies. Oh man, she's gonna owe little man some payback, I tell you.
Eat your hot dog. Ah, leave him on. Just wait. Come here. Put your pants back up. Put them back on. No, they're not. Put them back on. Put them back on. Yeah. Put them on. Put them on or I will. You better put them on. Put them on. Lick you.
Slappable from Lola.
The power of the flick.
I just tell Lola, mate.
Put them on.
Yeah, when in doubt, bring in the heavy artillery, Lola.
Yeah. Pants back on. He walks over to his toilet and has a seat.
Yeah.
So you're pretty familiar with my game library.
Yeah.
You think
Showering with your dad.
No.
Oh god. Crap, man. I'll have to have a look. I've got my hands full at the moment.
You think the Assassin's Creed Origins is probably a good choice?
Oh yeah. Yep. Can I?
Once these credits finish, I'll end this stream, retitle, and start up again.
Up again, yeah. Yeah, cool beans, man.
All right. Everybody who watches The Outer Worlds, it is now done and over with. So, thanks for watching. And as I've been discussing, I'm going to start up a new stream with Assassin's Creed Origins.
Not a yellow stream.
Yeah.